Recognize Senator Amy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and Madam Chair. Following on to Senator Legarda's statement, let us first clarify that there has been ample time. August 31 was the appointment date of Secretary Dizon. That was quite a few months ago, during which period, nakailang beses siyang humarap sa Senado, paulit-ulit po ang tanong namin kung talagang sapat itong budget na nilaan. I quote, verbatim, September 18, the Department of Public Works and Highways slashes 255 billion worth of locally funded flood control projects from the 2026 budget. And may I quote verbatim, we are revising the agency's budget. Nanggaling sa kanila po. We have removed complicated projects, overlapping projects that are still receiving funding or that have been allocated funding for 2026. Verbatim po, siya nagsabi niyan. Hindi kami nag-imbento niyan. Ngayon, sabi niya na review na raw nila yung initial proposal, nagtanggal sila ng 55.53 billion worth of duplicate or complicated projects or completed overlapping projects. Ang ibig ba sabihin, i-restore yung mga duplicated, completed, and overlapping projects? Doon ako nagtataka. At ano ang garantiya natin na sa loob ng 2 buwan na naman, after 2 months, he may change his mind again, as he has apparently yesterday. So from September 18, kahapon, December, nako, baka naman na sa Pebrero, iba na naman ang usapin. Ayoko naman ng ganito. Ano kaya talaga ang direksyon natin? Hindi po ito nanggaling sa amin. Narinig naman ninyo verbatim ang quote na yan. Yan ang press release ni Secretary Dizon.
Madam Chair, Mr. Chair. Yung overpriced sa flood control ang ating concern. In fact, yung hearings dun sa classroom acceleration measure, pati yung DPWH classrooms, overpriced, lumalabas. Kaya kung sinabi nilang overpriced, yung secretary mismo, tapos ngayon ay sinasabing aprobahan natin, ibalik natin yung pricing, ayaw nating pikit matang mag-a-aproba at tatanggapin yung kanyang paliwanag na biglang parang 180-degree turn siya, no? Nagbaliktad. Yung dating overpriced, gusto niyang i-restore. Yun ang concern namin. Yung dating sinabi niyang overpriced, ngayon gusto niyang ibalik. Tama ba yun? Kaya dapat lang magpaliwanag siya.
Should start reviewing yung Section 62 of the Rules of the House na nagsasabi po na in cases where the House does not agree with the Senate on any amendments to any House bill and these measures have conflicting provisions, differences may be settled by conference committees only composed of representatives from both chambers. Yun lang naman sa akin, Mr. President, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Senator Erwin, ito naman ay meron pong
Nagre-react lang po ako. Vince Dizon is no engineer. He's an economist and a political aide.
That's true, but he's the secretary of the Department of Public Works, and he was the one who made that statement during the public hearings in the Senate, and he also is the one who supplied the adjustment factors in CMPD to the Senate. So with that, with the concurrence of the House, we can invite Secretary Dizon as a resource person of this.
With the concurrence of both houses, there being a motion from the House and also motion by Senator Lauren, we then approve the any second? Second. From the Senate po. The motion is hereby approved. We invite Senator Vince Dizon to please step into the room. Secretariat, please call. What did I say? Senator, my apologies. Secretariat, please call Secretary Vince.
Kanya-kanya, hindi nagkakaintindihan. Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, can I suggest Secretary Dizon not to sit in the line with the Senate panel? He must sit somewhere where the whole public can see him. If he may.
May camera naman.
May camera ba?
May camera.
Okay.
So, Secretary Dizon, you're recognized, and please limit the discussions to the adjustment factors as well as the CMPD. Yan po yung issue on hand. And also, this is in response to your statement. Once again, the Department of Public Works and Highways has requested the Senate to restore the deducted amounts from the projects of 2026 DPWH proposed budget as a result of the reductions in the construction materials price data. So this is in response to your motion for reconsideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. To the chairman of the Senate conference for the BICAM, Senator Win, to the honorable senators present, to Chairperson Mika Swansing, the head of the House Bicameral Conference, and the members of the House of Representatives. Good afternoon. I will be very brief. Just a few slides po to present. But before that, I think it's very important po for me to make it very, very clear why we are all here discussing this very, very important and quite frankly unprecedented reform measure that the President initiated this year, which is the reduction of the construction materials price data, which has never been done at this level and in this breadth. Ang Pangulo po mismo ang nag-instruct sa akin na ibaba ang presyo ng simento, ng bakal, ng asfalto, ng graba, ng buhangin, at iba pang mga materyales na ginagamit sa pagpapagawa ng ating mga kalye, mga tulay, mga classroom, at iba pa. Hindi pa po ito ginagawa in the past. No, dati po, nagbababa lang ng budget by 10%, pero yung level of detail po na ginawa ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay ngayon pa lang po nagawa ito. Importante po ito dahil nung kanyang SONA, ang Pangulo po mismo ang bumulgar sa isa sa mga pinakamalaki o siguro pinakamalaking corruption scandal sa history ng bansa. At sabi niya, enough is enough. Kailangan reformahin na natin ang DPWH. And this is a testament to the President's vision of making the DPWH more transparent and removing all forms of corruption, beginning with the overpriced materials. So, tama po ang Senado at ang Kongreso. Sinabi ko po paulit-ulit na dahil sa utos ng Pangulo, binaba po namin ang presyo ng iba't ibang materyales sa pagpapagawa ng ating mga iba't ibang proyekto sa DPWH. Tama din po na nung pong public hearing, ito mismo ay inanunsyo ko at inimplement na po namin with a special issuance that was issued 2 months ago. At ito ay sa kasalukuyang ini-implement na nga po din po namin, hindi lang para sa mga proyekto for the 2026 budget, kundi pati sa mga proyekto ngayong 2025 na hindi pa napoprocure. Ito nga po ang naging suggestion mismo ni Senator Loren Legarda ng public hearing at tama po siya doon. At yun po ay ginagawa na rin po namin. Ngayon po, ipapaliwanag ko lang po sa Senado at sa Kongreso kung ano ang proseso para gawin ito ng tama. Yun lang naman po. No? At bago po ako magsimula, gusto ko lang po siguro i-correct yung mga iba't ibang mga balita na naririnig natin. Unang-una, hindi po totoo na ibinabalik na po ng DPWH yung dating presyo. Hindi po totoo yun. Nakita ko po yun sa social media kahapon pagkatapos namin ilabas ang statement, narinig ko din po ngayon. Hindi po totoo yun. Ang presyo po na ibinibana natin ay hindi ibabalik sa lumang mas mataas na presyo. At sa tingin ko po, dahil sa reforma ng Pangulo, hindi na ito imababalik in the future. Dahil sino pa pong presidente o DPWH secretary ang pwedeng magbalik nito na ngayon na naibaba na natin sa tamang presyo. Yun po ang unang-una. Ikalawa po, wala pong ibang project na ipinapabalik ang DPWH. Wala po. Whether flood control project or kahit anong project, wala pong laman yung ating kasulatan kay Senator Win Gatchalian at sa House contingent na nagsasabi na pinapabalik po natin ang iba't ibang mga proyekto. Wala po tayong pinapabalik na kahit anong bagong proyektong tinanggal na. Whether yan ay flood control, tulay, kalye, multipurpose building. Wala po tayong pinapabalik. Ang hinihingi lang po natin is yung pong binawas na 45 billion approximately. Next slide, please. Sorry. Wala pa yung slide. Ibalik po ulit para po ma-implement po ito ng tama. Kasi while it is true that the President told me and instructed me to bring down the prices of materials in order to eliminate overpricing, he also is very conscious of our desperate need to ramp up our infrastructure spending and our infrastructure implementation. We all know that in the past quarter, the economy only grew by 4%. And this is largely because of the cut in public expenditure, especially in infrastructure. And the President does not want that to happen. Our fear is, and I will show later some examples, that the cut made using our adjustment factors, as Sen Win correctly pointed out, across the board, across roughly 10,000 projects in the General Appropriations Bill, may result inevitably in projects that will end up being unimplementable because of the way that they were applied to the various projects. And I will show that in a few slides. So ito lang po ang aming hinihiling. Hindi ho namin, ulitin ko, hindi ho namin ibabalik ang presyo ulit at itataas. Ikagawa, wala po kaming project na ipapadagdag ulit. Wala pong ibabalik. Wala pong duplicate project na tinanggal na ibabalik. Wala pong flood control project na ibabalik. Klaro po yan. And if I just may go to our statement and how DPWH, according to the engineers I have with me, there are, I think, 4 of them here. Many of them have been in DPWH for decades already. Ang proseso po is kapag binago ang cost ng materyales, kailangan pong gawin ng DPWH iisa-isahin ang lahat ng proyekto. Dahil ang bawat proyekto po, iba-iba yan. Merong mas maraming simento ang gagamitin, mayroong mas maraming bakal ang gagamitin, may mas maraming graba ang gagamitin. Depende po yan dun sa program of work. At bawat proyekto po ay iba-iba ang program of work. Kaya po yung mga presyong ibinaba, kailangan po yan i-apply sa program of work ng iba't ibang proyekto, roughly totaling 10,000 projects. Pagkatapos po baguhin ng POW, ang pagbabago ngayon dun sa presyo ay i-reflect na sa bagong approved budget of contract, yung ABC. Kapag po nabawas na yon, bababa po ang ABC. Depende sa laki ng binaba ng presyo, depende kung saan. Tama po si Congressman Alvarez na depende sa lugar, depende ang presyo ng semento, ng aggregate, ng graba, ng buhangin, ng asfalto, depende sa lugar. So kailangan po yan iisa-isahin. At kapag po nababa na yung ABC, yung approved budget of contract, ito na po ang magiging bagong budget. At ito na po ang ipapublish ngayon para ipabid at iprocure ng DPWH. Yan po ang proseso. So ito lang po ang gusto namin ipaliwanag. Ngayon po, gusto ko pong magpakita ng mga example ng mga proyekto nandun sa isa sa mga 10,000 proyektong naapektuhan nung pagbaba ng Senate dun sa mga project costs. At dito po makikita natin na hindi po talaga natin pwedeng ibaba na lang ng basta-basta across the board. No? And next slide, please. These are projects, for example, for asphalting in Region 4B and Region 7. In the GAB, in the House version, the budget was 41 million pesos. In the third reading Senate version, it was cut to 12.9, roughly 13 million pesos. Roughly by 68%. And I understand, naintindihan ko po kung saan nanggaling yung 68%. Dahil po para sa asfalto at sa Region 4B, yun pong pinadala nating adjustment factor sa Senate Finance Committee ay 68%. So, ang ginawa po ng Senate is yung pong budget ay kinat ng 68%. No? So naiintindihan ko po yun. Pero kung gagawin po natin yung paraan na ang ikakat lang ay yung materyales. Remember po, ang materyales ay parte lang po ng cost ng isang project. Materyales, labor, equipment, at syempre kailangan din po ng contractor's profit, no, which is roughly about 8 to 10%. So, if we apply po yung 68% sa materials only, ang kalalabasan po ay 23% reduction or yung pong 41 bababa po ng 31.5 million. Which means po, meron pong 18 million na mawawala sa pondo ng proyektong ito. At dahil dun po, mahirap na pong i-implement yung proyektong yon. So, on the other hand, meron din naman po na proyekto na baliktad naman. Asphalt overlay din po ito sa Region 7. Ang original price po ay 25.54. Pero dahil nga po ang average factor sa Region 7 ay minus 3% lang, ang cut lang po ng Senate ay from 25 to 2.4 million, roughly 1 million lang po ang naging cut ng Senate. But if we apply the factor for that specific project given the program of work, it is actually higher. It is not 3%, but is actually minus 37%. So meron pong additional savings doon. No? If I can go further, no, this is for asphalt overlay. Concrete road construction. Ganun din po, no, sa Region 2 naman. 90 million po. Ang reduction po was 15% because that was the adjustment factor for Region 2 for cement, etc. Ang naging cut po ng Senate was from 90 million to 76.5 million, a reduction of 15%. But again, if we follow the process and only reduce in the price of materials, the cut is only 6%. So, although ito po hindi masyadong mataas, pero meron din pong impacto sa implementability ng proyekto, no? But at the same time, sa Region 4B naman, dahil 4% lang po yung yung aming adjustment factor for 4B in general. And 4B po is very special, no? Kasi kahit isang region po yan, iba-iba pong isla yan. Iba-iba po ang sitwasyon sa Palawan, sa Mindoro, sa Romblon, sa Marinduque. Iba-iba po yan, no? Kaya mahirap pong mag-cut lang based sa adjustment factor for that region. So if we apply the adjustment factor in prices, Actually, mas malaki po dapat yung cut. Instead of just 4%, it is actually 17%. So may additional savings po na 7 million. So, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, yun lang naman po ang gusto naming ipaliwanag. Kaya po kami naniniwala sa DPWH na dapat po ang eksekutibo na ang mag-apply ng mga pagbabago sa presyo. Dahil po yung proseso na ginagawa ng DPWH ay nandyan na. May proseso po tayo para i-apply yung mga reduction. At ito po, mamiminimize natin yung risk na magiging unimplementable or inviable yung proyekto. Pero po, ito po, panghuli ko na lang pong sasabihin ito. Naiintindihan ko po at naiintindihan din po ng Pangulo yung pag-aalinlangan. DPWH has practically zero trust sa ating mga kababayan. And naiintindihan ko po na mukhang mahirap po kaming pagkatiwalaan. Naiintindihan ko po yun. No, na baka pag yan ipinalik sa versions ng HGAB at sasabihin, kami na lang ang gagawa ng pagbaba. Naiintindihan ko po na pwede, na hindi kami pagkakatiwalaan na gagawin namin ito. Kaya po, naglabas po ako mismo ng department order, which again has never been done, mandating all regional directors, all district engineers to implement this strictly. At kung hindi po ito implement, we will not authorize the procurement of these projects. And if they do not implement it, yan po ay may kaakibat na mga penalty, both administrative and possibly even criminal. Linagay po namin yon, and we have given copies of the department order I signed to the members of the Bicameral Conference Committee. Yun po ang gagawin namin. Alam ko po, mahirap po kaming pagkatiwalaan. Pero yun po ang hinihiling namin sa inyo ngayon. And obviously, with Congress's oversight function, anytime po pwede nyo po kaming i-check kung ito po talaga ay ginagawa namin. Lalong-lalo na po, nag-launch na po ng ating Pangulo ang transparency portal ng DPWH. Meron po itong live streaming ng lahat ng mga bids. Makikita nyo po doon, pag pinablish po, mako-compare nyo po, binababa talaga ng DPWH ang cost ng mga proyektong ito. At kung hindi po namin binaba, patawag nyo po kami. Pero ako po, sinasabi ko po sa inyo, I will not allow it. We will not allow it po. Under the department order, we will not allow it. Yan po talaga, kailangan naming i-aproba bago yan i-publish for bidding. Kahit na po magdagdag tayo ng step sa pagpo-procure ng mga proyektong ito, it's worth it to ensure that these projects are implemented with the right prices that we have already prescribed. So with that po, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair, honorable members of the Bicameral Conference Committee, uulitin ko po, inutos po ng Pangulo na gawin natin ito. This has never been done before. And we will never renege on the promise of the President and the instructions of the President to reform DPWH. And we will never bring back the prices to where they were before. Dahil nga po, alam naman po nating lahat at alam po ng buong Pilipinas na matagal nang overpriced ang presyo ng DPWH. Maraming salamat po.